You are about to experience the Corpse Cast. We would advise any listener who may be ill, pregnant, or of weak constitution to reconsider listening to the show for fear of an onset of health issues related to encountering bouts of pure shock or fright. For those who wish to continue, just remember to avoid fainting. Keep repeating, it's only a podcast. Only a podcast.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Corpse Cast, episode 391. I'm Mike, and over there in the wonderful land of the Los Angeles, I don't know, I was going to try to come up with something good, but then it would sound cliche because everybody thinks Los Angeles is cool. But we got, it's a me, Mario.
Yeah, I know. I look like a fucking weird plumber.
Yeah, I was going to say he got into plumbing. He turned his life around, decided to shave his beard. Even though, you know, it's funny, you shaved it like 2 days ago and it's already coming back.
Yeah, not fast enough though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dude, it's
and
so
my clippers died when this stash is a bit longer.
Dude, I would never have noticed.
But
you're outing yourself to everyone. Nobody notices that. It's
I think you're yeah,
but,
I look like a Italian plumber.
Look good, dude.
I'm gonna get in your pipes, bro. I'm gonna jump into your spiky flower and go down.
You're gonna put on a raccoon cosplay and throw little.
Yeah.
I can't remember all the. I've tried it. That's long gone.
I'm gonna slide down your flagpole and there's gonna be fireworks, motherfucker.
You're even wearing like a Nintendo shirt.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's what does it say? It's dangerous to go alone. Take this, and then it's my dick. So yeah.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of creep's dick, okay.
Yeah.
We've got a hell of a show today. We're talking about Jean Rollin or Jean Rollin. I don't know exactly how you say it, right? But
Jean Rollin's band.
The John, because he's a liar. Is that why?
Oh,
you know, what's so funny is that the only song besides like TV Party that was Black Flag. You know, I don't even like those old bands.
Oh, how dare you?
Hair metal, brother. I told you.
Oh yeah.
It happens. What are you gonna do? But
what a good time.
So see, the thing is, you know, it's so funny in this day and age, right? We all have our problems. We all have this stuff like that.
Yeah.
Who wants to hear about some dork's problems with life? I want to hear about. Listen, I'm too old. I'm too old to fight for the, you know, like rage against the machine, as it were. You know, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to take care of everyone I got to take care of and find my happiness, and that's where Poison comes in. I don't, you know, so there you go. I don't know what that says about me, but quite frankly, I don't care.
Oh man, I could listen to some Rage right now, though. I haven't listened to them in a while.
You know what's funny is there's a couple of bands from the 90s that I thought were really great back then, including Rage, and I can't stomach them anymore. Like Nirvana, I can't stomach Nirvana anymore. I can't. I hear it and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
See, the thing that's weird is Rage, I could listen to the hits. But I hate listening to a whole Rage album. Nirvana, I don't like listening to the hits. I like listening to the songs that didn't get played out.
Well, that's probably why, because the only time I ever hear them is before my Bluetooth kicks in the radio's on. And it's like there's like one of four bands on. There's Guns N' Roses, there's AC/DC, there's Nirvana, or like Boston or something like that. But anyway, Jean Rollin. Oh, before we get into that, actually, I need everyone to go to youtube.com/@MattWall.
Yeah.
For inspiration, motivation, how to write, how to paint, filmmaking, music, all summed up in one line. How to art, ladies and gentlemen. Go there and do that. But this guy
all over your face.
Yeah, that's So, but his YouTube channel is a little different than youtube.corpsecollective.com, where I just talk about horror movies. This one gives you life talents and things that you can use in your real life to make your life better.
Yeah.
So let's give it up for Mr. Matt Wall
Oh my
for
God.
his attempt to make the world a better place.
I'm trying. But the world's not doing me any favors. You
I
know?
mean, we could talk about that.
No, we have to talk about fun stuff first while we have energy.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Then we can
it's
get depressed later. And then yeah.
then we'll just be like, bro, let's talk about how much life sucks. Actually, life is great. I love.
Life's good. Like things are looking up.
Yep. Well, that's good to hear. That's really good to hear. And that's not just for the podcast. That's actually something that makes me happy. But okay, Jean Rollin. Let's get into it. Okay, how would you describe a Jean Rollin film, Matthew?
Somebody who has never made out with a girl but had
Mm,
naked lady pictures on his wall,
yeah.
who liked Jess Franco and
Hmm.
wanted to do that, but thought vampires were cool.
But let me ask you something. It's funny because like before I mean this is a long time ago in my early horror times, I caught I don't think I caught a Jean Rollin movie until probably even around 2000 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Because I was still going on the normal stuff, the more mainstream stuff. Well, basically, I was at the mercy of what was available, in the local stores and like ordering stuff. And it's not like I was, it's not like I had a ton of friends. We did some tape trading stuff like that, but it's not like I had a ton of it. But let me ask you something. So now that I used to think that Jean Rollin and Jess Franco kind of did the same thing, right? But let me tell you something, and let me ask you if I'm off base or what you think. So, not only did I watch the two movies that we're talking about today, which are Lips of Blood from 1975 and Fascination from 1979, but I watched movies like, and they just popped out of my head. I did I write them down somewhere because I hope I did because it's stupid if I didn't. Okay, so I cannot believe I just lost it. But anyway, so I watched a couple other ones, and I'll bring them up because I think I wrote them down here too, somewhere. And but I think that Jean Rollin I don't know if it's Rollin or Rollin, but I'll keep being weird. I swear to you that whereas we have Jess Franco, who is a complete sleazy perv, Jean
Okay.
Rollin is a sleazy perv, but I think he's a little more artsy about it. What would you say about Demoniacs? I watched Demoniacs and Shiver of the Vampires too, as well. So,
Okay. Shivers of the Vampire I've seen.
uh-huh.
Have I seen that other one? Or am I thinking it's that Ed Wood movie? No, I don't think I've seen the other one.
That's good.
I how do I say this? Like, um, if Jess Franco is Cinemax,
Hmm.
then Jean Rollin is USA Up All Night.
Really? Okay, so that's weird. Explain that. That's interesting.
Because like he Jean Rollin isn't as gratuitous
Okay.
as Jess Franco,
Hmm.
and like there will be a naked woman on screen,
Hmm.
but it doesn't linger. It's like this is a naked woman and now I'm not showing it to you anymore. And like in a Jess Franco film, when people are having sex, it's a little more like primal,
Yeah.
whereas a Jean Rollin, like people barely kiss each other. Like they're kissing sort of, but they're not really
Right.
touching. Like it's just, and then they just rub their hands up and down
Yeah.
the side.
Yes. Yes.
There's a
But
lot of
okay.
hand rubbing.
And also, Jean Rollin, I've never seen start a shot up close. I shouldn't make this should make this sign when I'm doing this
The
up close
diamond cutter.
on a giant boom on a vagina, pull out, and then like he's like I watched Doriana Gray, and that he did that. I wish I had a dime for every time he did that. I'd probably have like 50 cents, but it's like how many times are you going to start on what's her Lena Romay's crotch, pull out, and then enjoy the scene? It's just like, what is happening?
I was starting on Lena Rome's crotch. I don't think I'd pull out.
No, no. And I don't think that whereas Jean Rollin, or sorry, Jess Franco had two straight up, like basically employed by the guy to be his muse. I don't know. I don't know if it's say he reused a few actresses here and there, stuff like that, but I don't think it's the same.
Yeah.
But today, yeah, we're like I said, we're talking about Lips of Blood, Fascination. Basically, it's his style, abandoned castles, right? Mysterious women, sad people, and vampires. Dream logic, atmosphere. He does have a lot in common with Jess Franco in the fact that like there is like art in his shots. Like there's one part of Lips of Blood. We'll talk about that.
Oh yeah.
Where he's like he's put these women on this like not beach but kind of like that, and he's got them like set up, and it's just like a painting, right? Kind of stuff like that. And I think he does a lot of that.
Yeah. That scene's so funny, dude.
Dude.
You cut up you like, but that scene cracked me the fuck up.
Yeah.
That shot, like they're freezing cold, and this one girl, she's like trying to cover her bits in the front, and the sash is like over her face.
Dude. And I was watching this with my wife the whole time. I'm like, you think they're cold? She's like, and she looks up from her book. Yes, Michael, they're cold and they're naked. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I was just trying to be a little funny. Oh, it just moved in on you for that cigarette smoke. Anyways, long story short, very ethereal, very dreamlike. I don't know how logical it is. I don't know how much anything makes sense what he's saying all the time, but I don't know. I think that it's definitely Eurosleaze, but I think it's more. I don't know. I feel like it's more art house. Am I an idiot for thinking that? By the way,
no. It's just not as gratuitous.
So maybe it's art house compared to Franco.
Well, I think Franco has more interesting shots, and his composition, for the most part, is more interesting. But I also don't know how much time Jean Rollin had to shoot certain things.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, he seemed to have time since he wasn't in a hurry with any of the scenes. Like there's one scene where they're carrying up these bodies up to this thing. They show the whole trek. Like it's a 15-minute scene, whatever. I'd not to get ahead of myself, but
they're like, we have one take at this, guys. Just do it. We're gonna put the whole thing in. This has to be 6 reels long.
And they're like, bro, I swear he did that all. Anyway, okay. Long story short, let's go ahead and play a trailer for Lips of Blood. Get into it. But I'll tell you what, though, these were hard trailers to find because they're not really trailers. It's like a scene from a movie, and then it's like cut to card, Jean Rollin, whatever, and then it goes on with the scene. Jean Rollin, Fascination, stuff like that. Plus, there was so much nudity in that I literally had to go through with the Corpse Cast nudie hiders and follow all the nudie parts. I'm not sure. You know what though? I'll give you a hint though. I'm not going to tell you which trailer it is, but if you watch it very closely, I messed up pretty bad, and there's a whole bush shot for like a split second, and you can totally see it. By the time I noticed it, it was too late. I'd put it away, so I'm just going to let that one ride. So there's a little bit of a little treat for you guys. Yeah. So, all right. Anyway, so let's go ahead and do Lips of Blood trailer, and we'll be right back to talk about it. All right, everybody, we're back, and I hope that I did a good job covering all the naughty bits because there are a lot of naughty bits in all of these movies. This one happens to be entitled Lips of Blood from 1975. IMDb has this at a 5.9 with 2,600 ratings. Jean Rollin, let's talk about him. It just his career, okay? 52 directorial credits, 37 writing credits on IMDb. Um, Lots of vampires, lots of surrealism, lots of eroticism, gothic fantasy. He did a lot of porn too, but I assume it's like the fancy French porn.
Yeah.
I assume like I said, I'm not really, I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and guess that there's like,
You should dig into some of those.
you know what's funny is like I almost said I bet it's around Rolls Royces, but then literally Jess Franco has a
Yeah.
movie called Rolls Royce Baby. Why can't I say that word? Rolls Royce,
Rolls Royce.
where Lena Romay just drives around bush out the whole time.
Mm.
But so maybe I'm talking shit. Maybe I'm just I don't know. Anyway, 1960 started in there. Rape of the Vampire. Which I guess wasn't that big of a hit, but it kind of solidified his style. Ruined castles, women, vampirism, dreamlike. Did I mention naked ladies? 70s is probably when he hit his stride. Shiver the Vampire, Lips of Blood, Fascination. I would say Fascination's. I don't know. It seems to me that that's kind of his big one, right? The one that
I think
people
so.
start with, you know. Where anyhow, but anyway, this is exploitation, and there's no doubt about it. Okay, and this stuff like this isn't. I don't know. I don't know if it would like if it would play in the mainstream theaters or anything like that, but like I said, there is a certain art to it. And I don't know. I feel like you're not giving me enough. I feel like you're not telling me, you're not like agreeing with my point enough for my liking
Oh,
there with
yeah.
that.
I was just trying to not get you off track.
No. Because I talked about it the first little segment we did here. I feel like he's more artistic, more, I don't know about art. It's weird. I just don't think he's as sleazy
Yeah.
and I think that he, like, I don't know.
Well, he's French, so he thinks he's better than everyone.
I know. Fuck these people, man. Like, you know what? He loves the aristocrats, right? He loved these people would even more so in the second movie. But anyway, here we. Oh wait, no, yeah, second movie. Okay, this movie stars Jean-Luc Philippe as Frederick, the dude with a sweet ass haircut. He actually helped write this movie, so I did not
I
know.
fucking bet he did. The whole time I was going, how the fuck did this guy get in this movie?
Are you serious? It's like 'cause to me it didn't cross my mind. Because it's like I don't know I want to be in this movie. He's walking around with a bunch of naked chicks, even though there's a fascination. There's like one
Yeah.
dude on 14 ladies, which would probably been something that I would be a little bit more interested in. But one thing that Jean Rollin does, and tell me if you agree with me, he always has such interesting looking people in his movies. In this one, there's a couple of twins. They're not even the main characters in this. Catherine Castel and Marie Pierre Castel as just this double dose of twin vampires, right? And
Are
it's
they
like,
legitimately French?
yes, uh-huh,
I did not know that.
yeah. But how interesting looking are they? I mean, right? You would, of course,
Yeah.
but it's like they're just so interesting looking that it's just like you're looking at them like. And the same with the movies I watched. Demoniac, the main girl in Demoniacs was like, she was more classic looking, but she's still kind of like that's a little weird looking, like unique looking, And they like, and he finds a lot of people with these like again, I guess bourgeois looking French faces, but maybe that's just how the French people look. That would suck. Anyway, long story short, there's a bunch of people in this you've never heard of. I've never heard of. But I do want to mention Annie Bell played Jennifer, and Jennifer is the one of the main characters in this. So I decided I would mention that. So, Creep, why don't you go ahead and give us the plot?
All right. Well, Lips of Blood is not a movie about a menstrual cycle. I
I'm gonna beat you.
I was shocked. I was like, oh, this is something completely different.
They lied to me.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip the first couple minutes because it really isn't important until later.
Right. It's true.
And it's not even like, okay, because like the way this movie goes,
And by the way, real quick, I hate to interrupt you, but when you say the first couple minutes, you mean like the first 10, 15 minutes, because it could have taken a couple minutes, but they were just like, no, bro, we're going to make you walk a quarter mile
yeah.
and we're going to show the whole thing. Anyway.
Okay, so the movie gets going at this party
Yep.
because Frederick is, I'm guessing, some kind of like perfume magnet guy.
Magnate.
Magnate? I don't know what the fuck his actual gig is.
You know what's funny is I didn't even think about that. Why was he at that thing? And why was he so?
It was at his house, wasn't it?
I don't know. I don't.
Because like him and his mom went to some kid's bedroom to have like some serious talk, which was
Oh,
ridiculous.
okay. So yeah, that does make sense. By the way, weird. Okay, the kid goes to a party with his mom. It makes a lot more sense if it's his own place because mom lives there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and he's always trying to get laid, and
Yeah.
works out a few times in this, but
There's this like gorgeous woman throwing herself at him,
yeah,
but he sees this poster that I
yeah,
guess is going to be the ad for the new perfume,
yep.
and he can't stop looking at it. He's like, "Oh wow!" And like girls are going, "Hey, let's go screw and stuff." And he's like, "This picture, like this landscape,
Dude.
it's something about my childhood." And everyone's like, okay, shut the fuck up. Let's go do stuff. And he's like, no, this is great. And then his mom's like, hey, why don't you come into this weird little kid's room who's, I don't know who the fuck it belongs to.
And by the way, if we live here together and that's your room, that's still questionable.
Yeah, it's like, bro, like, what the fuck? Like, for someone who doesn't have any memories of his childhood, why does he have like a romper room? Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Anyway, so his mom's like, "Oh yeah, why don't you just forget about that shit? Who cares where it is?"
Right.
And he's like, "God damn it, this is my life's mission that suddenly, like,
Dude,
I'll smack you." And he's
remember,
like all mad.
have you ever seen what's Wedding Crashers?
Yeah.
And Will Ferrell in the basement of his mom's house. They go down. Was it Wedding Crashers? But they go down. He's like,
That's
"Mom,
right.
this is called Mom." This guy was basically Will Ferrell in
Yeah.
this, and he's just like, "Bro, why are you throwing a fit on your mom? By the way, you are too old for doing that unless that's your bedroom, and then there's something wrong with you. But we're okay."
Well, here's the other thing. Now that I know that he was in the production of this, it
Well,
makes more sense that this guy's like 50 and he's like trying to play like some late 20s type guy. I don't know how old the fuck he was supposed to
bro,
be.
let's chill out on the dropping the 50 bomb like it's old. Okay, come on, easy.
You look better than that fucking guy.
Oof,
That
okay.
guy's face looked like my ball sack with a fucking mullet wig, dude.
You know
It
what? I
was,
actually like to see that.
yeah. Oh, look
Don't
at
get
this
don't get
movie.
wasted tonight, and then all of a sudden I get a picture at 2 a.m. I wake up in the morning, honey, what's that? That's Matt's ball sack with a wig, mullet wig.
So anyway, so he goes up to some dude and he's like, "Who is the photographer?"
Right.
And he's like, "Oh, like I'll give you her address." And he's like, "Cool." So he goes over there while this chick is like shooting a porn. And
Dude.
yeah, like that was kind of fun. Kind of bushless, so that was kind of probably ahead of its time, unless she had crabs or something.
Or maybe there's just some people that whose bush is not as luscious because it was a light bush.
Oh,
You
was
know,
it?
I mean, it was light. Well, it was lighter than the fucking like wig, like
Oh, when
Elvis.
she was rubbing herself, I thought it sounded like sandpaper, so I was just assuming
Oh
that's
my gosh,
what that was. Well, then
maybe.
she's like, so then the chick leaves, and the photographer's there, and she's like, "Oh, I like you," and he's like, "Where's that picture?" And she's like, I can't tell you,"
All right,
for like, no fucking reason.
all right,
And so this movie has now become like Dario Argento's wet dream. Like,
right. Yep.
so it's just like, well, let me go change real quick. And so she changes into nakedness and comes back and she's like, "Where's my dress?" And then she's like, "You know what? Why don't you meet me at the aquarium tonight and I'll tell you some stuff."
Okay, so stop right there, real quick. As I'm watching this, okay, and I was like, I'm watching this. I'm like, okay, cool, cool. Aquarium. Okay, go to the aquarium. But he goes to like a movie theater, and I'm like, did she actually say aquarium? What the fuck am I doing?
I did the same thing
Okay.
because like once he goes out at night, it
Yeah.
takes him like another 25 minutes to finally end up at the aquarium after he went through this total series of shenanigans.
Right, but I mean, it was after the theater, right? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So why did he stop in the theater?
He's just like, oh, I'm gonna go check out a movie.
And not only did he do that, but he turned down like this hot like there he saw two naked ladies and basically did nothing about it.
Yeah.
It's like, what? I'm moving to
This guy's
France.
life is just like naked lady central.
Ugh,
So he's just not bothered by it because he has this like burning passion to
mhm.
find out where this place was,
This longing.
this longing. So he goes into this movie theater, and this is like the artsy part of the thing.
Yes.
Some like weird ass movie. And then for whatever fucking reason, under the uh projected screen, there's a staircase.
Bro, I would go be so pissed off watching a movie there. Because
Yeah.
like people are coming in and out. Anyway, I was like, first of all, this is not an aquarium. Second of all, I'm not watching a movie at that ass place.
So he sees this chick with a little pixie cut, and he's like, "Oh, that's the girl that I see in my dreams, where I think I might be a child, but that could just be a dream."
Right.
And so she starts to walk up the stairs. So instead of watching the shit movie that's playing that doesn't make any fucking sense,
I think it was one of Jean Rollin's earlier films, actually.
was it?
Yeah.
So he starts running up the stairs just as the picture, like in the film, someone's running upstairs. So that
Oh, I
was
didn't
like
notice that.
kind of cool. Like, there you go. Jean Rollin, you clever fuck you.
He fucked that whole part up in the next part, but keep going.
So now our hero is like a parkour expert.
Yes.
And it's raining, and he's trying to chase this woman that keeps.
Wait. You skipped the one part. Okay, the part
Okay.
where he ruined it. I'm sitting there watching, right, and I'm like, okay. So basically, he goes outside. He goes to the, and all of a sudden he looks down, and the pixie cut girl's in the cemetery, right?
Yeah.
And then there's just this dude in the cemetery, and he just gets killed for like whatever reason, right? And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah,
why?
yeah.
I'm like, why the fuck did they even have that stupid part, right?
Well,
I'm,
because he opened the. Here's the thing that was stupid. Because he goes into the cemetery looking for the woman
right.
who keeps disappearing, and
Hmm.
he goes into a tomb, and in the tomb there are coffins.
Right.
And just like it would be in any tomb you walk into, because that happens in this movie quite a bit,
Right.
next to a coffin is a hammer and a chisel.
Right.
So you can like open the coffin to see what's inside.
Yes.
And so he opened this one coffin, and there were a bunch of bats like stapled to
Big
the
old bats.
big old bats
Mhm.
stapled to the fucking floor of the coffin because they couldn't get out. They're
Right.
just kind of flopping around.
Do you
So
think they were really stapled for?
they were tied down or
Oh my
something.
gosh. Okay. I was like, I was like, I know they couldn't get away, but I was like, were they I don't know if they were stable. That would have been a bummer.
Yeah. So then when he leaves, because this has completely freaked him out, he unwittingly like freed all of the wives of the pixie cut person.
Right.
He's not sure if she's really a vampire
And
yet.
the two twins are part of those. And by the way, they kill the cemetery guy, who is Jean Rollin. I'm like, oh
I was gonna ask,
yes. And
like, if that was like
I'm like
his,
that asshole wanted to be in the movie too.
yeah.
So it's like cool, okay. But
But
anyway,
here's what I don't understand about this movie. When people kill people in this movie and in the other movie, they just like bite them once
yeah.
and they're like, okay, I'm done. I'm full. Wow, that was really tasty.
Like,
Blood's like pouring out. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to drink that.
you're asking me to answer for the French, and I will never be able to.
Yeah. So he's like running around here and there and everywhere. And then he runs into this girl that has the same makeup job as one of the girls in Decline of Western
All
Civilization.
right.
And she's like, I'm this girl. And
Uh-huh.
he's like, are you? And
Mhm.
then she's like, here, follow me. So then she walks him into like the most terrifying fucking place, and locks him in a room, and then
Yeah.
she gets killed by the vampire girls.
Mhm.
And then the vampire girls open the door, and he just runs by him.
Right.
And he's not, so he's doing all this shit.
Can I ask you one thing? Can I ask you one thing? But why? Why did we have that? Okay. Okay.
This whole movie is a big I don't know.
Well, there was says they were chasing him around. He'd do this, and do this, and I'm
Yeah,
sure you're going to talk about the dude on the train in a minute. But it's like,
yeah.
what
We're,
the?
we're gonna
Why?
talk about Dennis Hopper and Blue Velvet in a minute.
Yes.
Um, so like so then he's finally like, oh shit, I was supposed to go to the aquarium this whole time. So he goes to the aquarium and he just walks in. And as he's walking in, this well-dressed man that looks just like Dennis Hopper at the end of fucking Blue Velvet
Yeah.
walks by. And he's like, oh, that's weird because no one was supposed to be in here.
Right.
And it's like doop 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 doop. And he goes and he walks and he finds the woman who was naked, who was gonna tell him like something about the photo.
The photographer.
The photographer, and she's dead
Yep.
in an above water aquarium.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, I should run. So he runs and he's very like beside himself about this whole thing. And he goes to the subway and then he sees the well-dressed man again. Like, should I go into the subway car with him? Maybe I will. So then he goes in the subway car and he's like, I don't know how to make this guy feel uncomfortable. I'm going to stare at him.
Right. Good
Maybe
thinking.
something will happen if I stare at him. And something does happen. The guy pulls out a fucking gun.
Yes.
And so that's crazy. He slams on the brakes. The subway car is now above ground up on a fucking bridge. He's got to do a bunch of
Parkours again. Yeah.
Yeah, he's running all over the place. But he's trapped. He's put himself in a fucked up situation. And then the vampire girls are there and they're like, oh, instead of killing that guy with the gun, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn on all the sprinklers. And that's just going to
Yes.
fucking confuse the fuck out of everybody.
Here's my thought. Here's my thought about that part. I was
Okay.
thinking that Jean was like, we need some
Production
cityscapes.
value.
Yeah, we need some cityscapes. We need some beautiful shadowy, and then also, are you kidding me? Fountains? That
Yeah.
could just give me some free shit. I could just turn those on and there you go. And it was, I mean, it was cool looking. He's running. There's like
It was cool looking and it lasted fucking forever.
yes, yes, it did. This one scene from
Very
the time
long.
he leaves and he starts looking for it, it's like that's what I'm saying. I'm
Like
like,
the entire movie.
bro, so
Yeah.
you're telling me that this couldn't have been a 2 minute thing? Well, no, it
Yeah.
couldn't have because we needed the flourishes. We needed the girls in their see-through things walking around, stuff like that, which is
It's
great.
production value. I get it. And especially if he had deals with the places
Hmm.
to shoot and make the places look like exciting or whatever.
Right.
Like I get why you have to do that on a low budget. So that's fine. Whatever. So then the funny thing about the rain too is that the ground's wet. You hear the rain,
Hmm.
but you don't see the rain. But like suddenly when he gets home, he's kind of wet because
Yeah.
his hair looks a bit shitter than it did when he left.
Here,
Okay.
here, I saw that same thing, and here's what I think that happened. You ever been watching a football game where it's really like raining, and
Uh,
then you can't really tell, but then they show it with the lights coming down, and it looks like it's fucking pouring. That's what I'm like. This is what had to be have happened. This had to be
it
happening.
was just a misty day.
Yes, that's my
So
porn name.
then, like any grown-ass man, he goes home to bitch to his mommy about the things that has happened to him.
Yes,
And his mom's like, you're soaking wet. Get out of those wet clothes. Like, you're crazy. Get out of the wet clothes. Put on something more comfortable. And the motherfucker leaves and comes back dressed like Michael Jackson in Thriller, but like black. Like, this is his, like, more chill fucking outfit.
right.
I was just like, what the fuck? And I'm like thinking this guy probably had like 4 really cool outfits. And he's like, I got to put these in the movie. I
You know what the
got to.
funny thing is I kept just thinking, I noticed that, and I'm just like, that must be a French thing. It just must be the French because
I don't know, dude. This guy was like so like he's like, man, I got all my Styx albums. I gotta fucking dress really fucking cool. So he's like, God damn it, I'm so mad, like
yes,
blah blah blah. And he's like throwing a little temper tantrum.
another to his mother.
Yeah, and the mom, when he went to go change into his like rock outfit, she like called somebody and she's like, yeah, motherfucker's crazy.
Yeah,
Just come
yeah.
come get him. So he goes outside and gets fucking tackled by like a bunch of orderlies and like gassed and thrown
Yes.
in the back of a truck. And that happened so quick.
I was
was
gonna
like,
say.
Oh my God, if that's how that really happened, I would have made a phone call a long ass time ago.
Dude, they can be there in less than 2 minutes. So come on, get
Oh
there.
my God, dude. I couldn't believe it. So then the next scene, and this was what was so fucking hysterical. So he's wearing some like silk button-up paisley shirt
Yes.
underneath his jacket. But in the hospital, they're like, okay, we're just gonna put this like ridiculous straitjacket on top of his like
Yes.
really nice shirt.
Yes.
So he's like, oh fuck, I'm in a straitjacket.
Yeah.
This sucks. And he sees his like pixie cut
Yep.
girl.
Hmm.
He's like, okay, chick, look, I'm either fucking crazy
Yep.
because you don't talk, or I'm not crazy and this is all real, but I need you to say something. And
Right.
she doesn't say anything out loud. She just mouths, I love you.
Okay.
And so that's enough for him. The nurses come in, and I'm thinking, oh, those nurses look a lot like those vampire girls.
Right.
And he takes him to the doctor. They take him to the doctor, and then the vampire girls kill the doctor
Oh,
and
why wouldn't
free.
you?
And so he runs away again. And when he runs away, I don't know if this is exactly when it happened, but when he runs away, he sees a blind dude selling postcards on the street.
Right.
He sees his pixie cut girl next to him. And so he stops
Just
the guy.
appear for a second.
Yeah. And he stops the guy who's blind. And
Hmm.
he like reaches down into his pocket and suddenly has money enough to buy a fucking postcard from a blind guy. It might have been a button. Who fucking knows? He throws it in the fucking tray, takes a postcard, and the postcard is the picture of the place. And it says where the place is. And so now he knows where to go. Now
Okay.
everything is going to make sense.
Can we
So
take
he gets
can we
on.
stop for a second and take inventory of the story so far?
Oh, we
So,
could try. We
okay.
can try. Okay.
So this guy's trying to like figure out where this thing is. And in the beginning he starts kind of tracking down leads like Scooby Doo. Okay, who's the photographer who took this? She could tell me, right? And so he goes to the photographer, and then the photographer's like, okay, come to the aquarium, right? But from that point on, he's just running around like an asshole. He's just doing this and that,
Totally.
screaming at his mom, doing all this other weird
Yeah.
shit, and the fucking, the guy with the gun. Wow. Okay, we don't know who that is yet.
On the Jalo Chow Chow,
Yeah.
okay, we do this. And on the Jalo score, one of the things you get
Yeah.
is amateur detective. If
Yes.
there's an amateur detective, someone trying, and then repressed memories is another one.
Yes.
But this guy is like the worst amateur detective out of like, it's just like
He doesn't do shit
ridiculous. He's
until
so bad.
until he just finally magically just sees a blind guy, and then the
Yeah.
pixie cut pops up. It's like, bro, you're so stupid that you could not do this on your own. We're
Yeah.
gonna have to enlist this supernatural to help you.
Yeah.
But okay, now everything will make sense. Now everything will get reeled in, and we'll yeah, it's a movie
Will
again.
it? Okay.
I mean, come on.
So he takes a train that I guess lets him off right where he's supposed to be.
Mm.
He walks up to the ruins. He goes inside. There's this like tomb with this like kind of statue of the pixie girl and a bunch of toys and all sorts of other shit.
Mhm.
And he looks down and there's a hammer and a chisel and he's like, I'm gonna open this fucking thing right now.
Hell yeah.
And he goes to open it, and then someone's behind him and he turns around and it's his mother. So this place was not fucking hard to find. Mom knew where it was. Of course she did, but it wasn't hard to get to. Like the fact that his mom, like he was not gone for very long. How did she even know he was on his way there? This place could not have been more than like 20 minutes from there. So like I don't know why this was so fucking difficult. But mom's there and she's like, okay, plot drop. I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you everything that happened. So yes, we did live here, and this chick like killed your fucking dad. She was a vampire. She fucked the mayor and all sorts of other
Yeah.
shit. And I tried to cut off her head, but I couldn't do it. I just stabbed her in the heart with a letter opener, and I couldn't do anything else. But since you're so madly in love with this girl, I'm going to need you to chop her head off. We're going
Right.
to burn the bodies tonight. So come to the bonfire with her head, and everything will be copacetic,
Mhm.
and we could go on living our lives like in the perfume business, whatever
Well,
the
no
business.
wonder he screams at his mom all the time. His mom knew it the whole fucking time,
Oh,
and it
she
didn't help it. So that, I mean, I would be a little bit upset as well. I'd smack my mom around. I mean, I really wouldn't, but I don't understand why they had to have those two little fights. The
But
mom
I
fight.
think this is the first movie I ever saw where someone's like, "This person killed your father," and he's like, "Cool, I'm gonna fuck them." Like, like it's usually like, "You killed my father,"
Yeah,
like
right.
I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
But he's like, "No, I want that piece of ass." Now, the second thing here, which I'm just gonna say, this girl's 16.
Yes.
Okay, let's just throw this out here.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we are in French land,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just throwing this out there that this dude who looks like he's like 78 years old
Uh-huh.
in a wig
We
is
never
like,
saw her nude though, did we?
yeah,
I don't remember.
the whole end of
Is
the
she like
movie.
real 16?
No, she's not
Oh,
16.
okay. I was like, bro,
I
okay.
know she is.
Okay, okay, okay.
I'm not her fucking birth certificate. But anyway,
No?
so they're burning the bodies, and there's all these like very like phallic images of
Yep.
wooden stakes, and they're chasing the other vampire girls all over the place.
And by
They're
the way, this is the whole trailer. It's just running around trying to catch all those and then stabbing the twins with one thing and like this that's typically a spoiler, but it's in the trailer. The
yeah,
the trailer, right? So it's like
yeah, and then the stab on the twins was really like you're like, what? And then you're like, oh, okay, there's a stick coming out of the back, I guess.
their
Their
their skin and bones are very soft and brittle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know if
So
you know that.
it's okay.
Hmm.
So then Frederick comes out all sad and he throws the head, the pixie, into the bonfire
Right.
and everyone's happy. And the mom's like, okay, let's split. And he's like, no, I want to stick around. She's like, cool. All right, see ya.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes back.
Well, it's only
And
a 15-minute walk back, so he's fine.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like he'll be home before the sun comes up.
Yeah.
And he goes back and we see that the head he had was really of the statue. Very clever.
Yeah.
Very clever, Frederico.
It's funny because I thought that I'm like that head does not look real at all, but it was 1975. Let's give the special effect guy a break. No, no, that was just very clever.
Yeah, very clever. So then he goes back and he opens the coffin, pulls out the like hairpin that's in her titty, and she like wakes up and she's like, "Oh, hey, what's up?
Yeah,
Yeah, your mom used to come in and read me stories all the time. I've always wanted to walk on this beach. I dreamt of it, and I used to live here, but apparently I never like went 5 feet to the left to see
right.
this beach. But let's take our clothes off and like pretend to have sex because this is
Oh,
a
that's right. And they touched up. That's where you were
yeah,
touching up the side. I
they're,
forgot
they're,
about that.
they're doing the thing."
You're right. You know what? You're right. And
And then she bites him.
yep.
And then he has this great idea. Hey, there's an island a little ways away. Let's get into this coffin-shaped boat and we can go over
Or a
there.
boat shaped coffin
Yeah,
because that's kind of what it is.
a coffin-shaped boat-shaped. Either way,
Yeah.
yeah, you see what I'm saying. And he's like, yeah, and so there'll be like rich sailors that we could like eat
Yeah.
or
It's good thinking.
whatever. And she's like, this plan sounds flawless. Let's do it. So she gets in the coffin,
Yeah.
and he gets on top of her in the coffin
Mhm.
and has his like elbow in her throat because he's on his side trying to pull the lid on.
It's like a one
And
person coffin.
yeah, and like the lid just kind of sits on, and then the waves come and take it. And like within 3 minutes, we see that it's about to like capsize and like sink into the ocean floor. But we're supposed to use our like imaginations,
Yes.
picture them going across because they know they're going to hit this island
Duh.
because this guy like knows nautical shit with his perfume business. They're going to end up in like Papua New Guinea or something like that, or like
Get
they're
their
going
dick
to,
eaten off. Yeah,
yeah,
by the natives.
they're going to end up somewhere weird. But
You
that's the end of the movie,
know
and
what's funny is like, so this whole movie. I mean, we skipped the first part, and the first part was when he was a little boy, he saw this same girl at the same age, whatever. I love you, just this childhood love type thing, right?
and that was another thing that was weird. I thought like they were supposed to be the same age,
Well,
and she
she
looked like a little tiny kid.
He was a tiny kid because it happened to him like when he was like 12 years old and she was 16. Now she's still 16 and he's
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
But, but are you serious? You're going to let one experience when you're 12 years old, some chick you saw that, by the way, out of all those vampiresses, I ain't choosing her.
No.
She's like my fifth choice, right?
Yeah.
Especially with that haircut. But I'll tell you what. So you're so stupid that if you let a 12-year-old thing, sorry, something that happened when you were 12, ruin your life forever.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, good for you.
Well,
You
he
know what
just
though?
remembered it, so it's like his latest trauma.
Oh, okay. So because
Then
if
she
he,
killed his dad.
and it's like nobody cares about that. She ruined the whole town where they moved in. But it's funny because they all just had to put all their shit in like a hand cart and walk for 20 minutes, and they were in their new town from that place.
They put all their shit in a hefty bag and
Yes.
dragged it down the cobblestone road.
And the hefty bag was still in good condition after it got dragged to their new town. So
Yeah,
it was
I
so
mean,
close.
he could have used that as a boat to go to the Isle of
That's
Man.
like, yeah, it's
But
my bad. Okay, so there are a few things about this movie that I really did like. I like the look. I like the production value parts, right? The story and like the decision making, and it left me a lot of just like what. But then again, I mean, I've been uh, I've been watching Argento movies. I've been watching other Italian type of movies from for so long that I'm like, this doesn't matter. Okay, this is art. But there was also a lot of dead air, like no like dialogue.
yeah,
There's looks. There's like when he was chasing that whole scene, nobody said any words. He wasn't like, "Why the shit are you trying to shoot me, bro?"
yeah.
None of that. He was just like, "Okay, cool. I'm just gonna try to run, and apparently, hopefully, somebody saves me by turning on some waterworks." But I don't know, man. The thing is after all said and done, and after like we have a good chuckle at this movie. I thought it was good. I mean, I
I,
enjoyed watching it. Yeah, it was like,
like I would watch it again, like tomorrow. Like it's so fucking stupid. I would like watch it immediately.
see, I'm watching it because it's like, okay, so to me, it's just it looks great. It's like I don't know, maybe the same reason why I do watch a lot of Frank, except for Franco. I don't know his movies. I tend to like his style better. Quite
Yeah.
frankly, no pun intended. But I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was great. But yeah, you're right. It's like what the shit. I let out a bellowing laugh the first time he yelled at his mother. I'm like, what is he doing?
I'm like, this escalated quickly.
Yes, it's like he's like
But that
this.
chick with that beautiful black dress that was like open in the front
Uh
was like hitting on him, and she's like, "Oh, you left me for some ruins."
huh.
And like, I was just like, "Oh my God, she's amazing!" Like more of her, and then she's not in the movie
But
anymore.
it's also you're trying to reason with him. You're
Yeah,
trying to reason with him through the not only the screen but through space and time. Bro,
man,
hit that.
this dude is the before picture for Botox ads.
Yeah.
Okay? Like this dude is just like a crinkle fry with hair. Like he's just
With the
amazing.
mullet hair. But at least
His
he's
hair's
stylish.
so bad.
At least he's stylish with
Oh,
his four little outfits and whatever. I don't know. It was a little artsy fartsy, jazzy tunes, all this stuff. It kept me interested. I'll be honest with you. And I don't know why, but I have this weird thing for movies like this that I don't know. Like
yeah.
probably because of all the naked ladies. Maybe that's maybe it's not
I
as
mean, that
hard to
doesn't
figure out.
hurt. But if anyone listening are Jean Rollin fans, what Jean Rollin film would you like go, oh, this is a really good one. You should
Hmm.
watch this one.
Hmm.
Because like we're going to talk about Fascination in a
Hmm.
minute, and Fascination has always been the one
Right.
that I've always like
Hmm.
chick with the scythe coming,
Right.
like that's
Perfect. We
just
all know
like
that shot. It's on our
yeah,
YouTube thumbnail.
yeah. It's like iconic as fuck.
Yeah.
So like and I know I've seen a couple other ones, but like I wouldn't be able to throw the names out at
I've
you because
actually
all these
seen
titles are the
right.
same.
Well, it's something of the vampire or the vampire blah 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 or Shiver of the Vampires, Rape of the Vampire.
Or menstrual cycle from hell.
No, that's his porn. That's his classy French porn. Ew, by the way, I've never watched a porno called that, by the way. Okay. Now you just ruined me. Ruined me a little bit on
Um,
that.
so yeah, this is two thumbs up.
Same here. These are both available on Shutter, thank goodness. So yeah, go ahead and watch them there.
Are
But
the other ones you were talking about on Shutter too?
no, so I have those. So I guess Kino bought bought the library from Redemption a long time ago, and there's a couple of those. I think Indicator. I think I have an Indicator. I can't remember which one. I watched them on
I
Shutter as
think
well.
I have a few of his movies on like a box set, like a vampire, like a Euro
Oh,
vampire.
really? You might
Yeah,
be right. Yeah,
that's
because
probably where I've seen him.
remember
Yeah.
the Redemption label? They had like those vampires. It looked like a Cradle of Filth album cover from
Well, it looked
1999.
like the front of like a White Wolf role playing game.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly right. So, but yeah, so I mean, they all went to a bunch of different places, and I've picked them up here and there. But like, I don't watch half the shit I buy because I don't have time for it or whatever. But
Yeah.
it's like one day
You
when
got to
I'm
watch stuff at two speed, bro.
yeah. No, well, this one, the chase scene in this one with the guy still would have lasted 40 minutes, but
Yeah.
either way. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and play a trailer. Again, trailer for Fascination. Um, keep your eyeballs tuned to this one. You might catch a little fun thing. Yeah, what? What? Okay. All right, we'll be right back.
Down on Fascination Street.
I was thinking, Fascination.
Yeah, we went two different places.
That's what I'm saying. Speaking of two different places, we're talking about Fascinate. I don't know what that has to do with it, except
I was
for
a little scared. Yeah.
Bridget LaHaye's body. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry.
Is she the one with no eyebrows?
The blonde, yes.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
My gosh. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I did that. I'm sorry that like I let my hormones, I don't know, I'm too old, but
Hey, you made a noise.
it's like, oh my gosh, dude. It's like, oh, it hurts that somebody is that like that 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 body. It hurts that somebody's like that amazing. Anyways, 1979. Shit, I hope nobody ever watches this. That's why I'm gonna put it out on the internet for everybody to see. IMDb gives us a 6.0 with around 4,200 ratings. Written and directed by Jean Rollin. We know all about him, by the way.
Yeah.
Movie stars Franca Mai as Elizabeth, Bridget LaHaye. Brother,
Lahai.
I just
Lahai is goodbye in Khmer, the language of Cambodia.
oh no kidding. Do you know what Bali High is? An island or some shit in the South Pacific musical.
What is that?
The South Pacific musical.
Oh, okay.
There's
Okay.
nothing like a dame. By the way, that's the worst shit I ever put on video in my whole life. Nothing in the world.
If you guys are just listening to this, Mike danced. He
Yeah.
danced a little. He did a little jig. It
Bro,
was a
there's no way you can turn on the soundtrack to South Pacific and not dance. Especially cuz it's like a bunch of Navy guys that go down to the Polynesian area and they just love the chicks down there and I'm like, "Oh,
little Polynesian baby.
sound a little like Elvis going down there." Anyway, I'm going to skip past Bridget LaHaye again or else I'm going to go ahead and oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so we got Jean-Marie Lemaire as Mark. Mark is kind of the both these movies kind of have a weird like light-haired guy in both of these movies. And by the way, what was it? Frederick from the first one was weird looking in his certain way, right? Mark he's weird looking now. Now bear with me here. He looks like he laid on his back solely as a baby. Like his head's very like it's like oh what?
He looks like he could have played Frankenstein.
Yes, and he's supposed to be this handsome leading man. Anyway, long story short, a lot of other ladies. I'm not saying this is a feminist movie, okay? And I'm going to tell you what that taught me because I mean this has themes of a man thinking he's in control when he's really helpless. Okay, it has themes like that. Coming up later, but I'll tell you what I got out of it. But I don't mean to like. I'm saying since it's a feminist movie, I don't mean to skip by all the women in this saying that they don't deserve to be called out individually. But I'm going to do that because I'm going to ruin all their names anyway.
Yeah.
So, I love having you go over the plot. It's my favorite thing.
Let's plot this shit. Okay. This movie also had a very long opening that didn't really need to happen until like the very end of the movie where they explain what they were doing.
Except for this is art. This is like you have these, and they're in an abattoir. Which, by the way, I was so bummed out when I finally found out that an abattoir was just like a meat pack or like a butchery, right?
Yeah,
like I'd heard the word abattoir in a like in metal songs, stuff like that. And I thought it was just like,
isn't it a death metal band?
I don't know. It sounds like that, right? And I'm like, holy shit, this is cool. But then I didn't know what that meant. I thought it was something satanic, but no, it's just a French butcher shop.
Like it's usually where they go to turn horses into glue.
No, well, that is a happy thought. Thank you, Mario. It's a me, glue.
It's a me, Mario.
But well, the thing about this abattoir is it was covered. Walls were covered with blood. There's like those punching bag, those Rocky punching bags, basically. And then you've got all these
sides of beef.
Yep. A bunch of aristocratic women in fancy dress drinking the blood. Yeah. That's art.
And then they do Lips of Blood, which made me confused, thinking that was from Lips of Blood and not from this.
That's right. They put a little blood lip gloss on.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, good. I'm glad
So anyway, so this takes like fucking 15 minutes to like show some people drink some shit with some creepy butcher in the background going.
Lots of French people do. But the thing is too is like I said, Jean Rollin is not in a hurry. He's not in a hurry with these. He's not in a hurry. Zut alors. I feel like I learned all the French I have ever known from the cook.
Oh
no, I'll say from the cook on Under the Sea. What's that movie? Zut alors, a crab.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Swedish chef, and I'm like, he's Swedish.
No. Urban, urban, urban. Yeah, we'll do Swedish late next time so we can make fun of Swedish people. I'm having a good time making fun of the French right now. Like French fries.
Let's talk about those filthy frogs. No, I'm just,
Yes.
what's that from? Isn't that from
We
something?
just watched it. I just watched a movie where they called the French frogs.
Yeah, what
I'm
is
trying to
that?
and the last movies we did, what was the last episode? No, it was those Japanese movies that we did. I don't think
Yeah,
they would
they
have
weren't
said that.
calling anybody a frog.
No, but I literally just watched a movie where they were like the frog. Oh, what was that?
Well, there was this movie where he grabs the frog off the like
But
for
they didn't call themselves filthy frogs.
no, they didn't.
What about Ratatouille?
Oh,
I feel like I said Ratatouille in an
you
Italian
did.
accent, and
You
I even
did.
did this.
Yeah, you did.
I was
I,
awful.
I just saw Ratatouille not too long ago for the first time.
Oh,
Very, very hard to believe.
that's bullshit. Come out with it. That shows bullshit. Okay,
Yeah,
my
like the
bad.
suspension of disbelief is a little strong in that one. So anyway, so now this movie starts after we see lip gloss, oxblood tampon.
God dang, bro.
And, yeah. So there's this guy who's dressed like the ringmaster of a circus.
Yes.
Okay. And he has no eyebrows and total Cro-Magnon forehead.
Okay, first of all, I loved how you said Cro-Magnon because you said Cro-Magnon in a. I feel like though his brow was that way because he only laid on his back his head as a baby. You know, he's just squished. I'm just
Or
saying.
maybe he just laid on his face as a baby.
You know what?
And
That could
that's
be too.
or like he like they put a rock on his head
Dude,
when he
have you never seen a person like that that's so round, but then you look at the side and it's just like it's like
yeah.
what the shit, bro?
And
That's
his
him,
name, what's his name in this?
Mark.
What a shit name for a guy in a fucking red ringleader.
Marquise. That was Italian as well. Sorry.
Okay, so Mark.
Hmm?
So this Mark, he's hanging out with a bunch of weird, like gypsy looking criminals. And he has this like little satchel that has like maybe like 11 gold pieces in it.
Right.
And he's like, hey, I'm gonna take this to fucking Paris
Gay
and
Paris.
I'm gonna get a bunch of money and you guys are just gonna have to trust me. And they're like, no, we'll kill you. And he's like, touche, I'm gonna grab your chick because every gang of thugs needs to have one super hot girl with them.
Right.
So he's like, I'm gonna kill her. And the leader of the gang's like, no, let him go. She'll get away. Like she's pretty smart. And so they run, and he's got his little pistol, like his little like a gun that would fit in a lady's purse. Like,
It's like the one you pull out of your a lady's boot.
yeah,
Yeah.
in a French film.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So they're running, and then she's like, where are we going? He's like, Paris. And she's like, how long is it going to take to get there? He's like, a couple days. And she's like, shit. And then she like rips her shirt open and has these like perfect tan
I
tits.
was gonna be like, bro.
And,
Yes.
and
He
she,
laughs.
she's like, just fuck me and let me go. And he's like, and he laughs because
First
that's
of
what
all,
you
do
do.
that again, please. Please, if you're
Like
not watching this, you're missing out.
this is what you do when you see perfect tits. You
Yeah.
just start laughing because you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so he laughs louder and louder and louder. And then she's like, oh, now I'm mad. I'm just going to button my shirt up and run. And he's
Yeah.
like,
And that was it. That was the whole thing.
that was his whole big plan.
That
And
was your plan, Ray.
because he laughed like an orangutan, like the gang of thugs who were just chilling in the barn
Yeah.
heard his location and were
Yes.
able to like meet up with the girl and then follow him. So he's running and he's
Or double jerking off two dudes as you look like
yeah,
you're doing right now.
or like yeah, you're like you're sleeping next to your buddies and you're having a dream of skiing and you're
Stop.
going, you know. And,
Stop. That's what I have not heard of in years.
It's so weird how those like stupid dirty jokes from when you were in third grade pop back into your head.
Yes.
Oh my God. So he's running and he comes across this like wonderful castle that has a moat and a little bridge and he's like, "Oh, I should hide out here because motherfuckers are shooting at me now."
Right.
And like in any old French film,
Hmm.
like as soon as someone enters a castle, the people who were on in pursuit go, "Oh shit, we have to stop now."
What? There's
Because
a moat,
he's in a castle with no drawbridge. It's a fucking hard ass bridge. They
bro.
can all cross at any
He had a
time.
tiny gun.
They're like, we need to stop. We need to wait.
There's no way he's a getting out of there. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm working on my French accent as we're doing this.
It is no good. This means we're going to get
I have no idea if that's a French accent, but it's wonderful.
like my only French accent comes from the Pink Panther movies. Like
Inspector Clézère.
here's your dog back.
You sound like Mr. Bean a little.
Mr. Bean doesn't talk, does he?
Kind of a little bit like he goes. Yeah, it's like he's not saying words.
Oh yeah.
Actually, you know what? Maybe you just look your. Maybe it was your facial expressions. Maybe I'm like you don't talk like Mr. Bean.
Oh yeah, yes. I look like Mr. Bean right now.
Yes,
Oh,
Mr.
oh shit. So anyway, so he goes in this house and he sees two super hot chicks running around like in
Hell
their
yeah.
day.
Hmm.
And so of course he's like, I need to chase them with a gun until I find out what's going on.
Right.
And then he finds them, they give him some bullshit story. He doesn't believe it, but he's also thinking this is all very funny that people are outside trying to kill him and he has a gun. And I just want to throw this out here. This is
Okay.
a revolver. We never see any bullets, but he pulls the trigger on this gun a lot. And other people pull the trigger on this gun a lot.
Yeah,
Where are these bullets?
brother, it's a dreamlike.
It's a
Okay,
dreamland. So
it's dream logic.
he locks these girls in a room and they think it's funny because they have another key to the room. And he was
Right.
trying to be tough and he couldn't shut the door. He's like, slam. Oh shit. Fuck. And so that made me laugh. And so the girls laughed. And so what happens when girls laugh? They take off their clothes and they
Hell
like
yeah.
sex. And there was a lot of side rubbing and a lot of pretending to kiss and a lot of rubbing the sides.
Okay, so this part was on the was in the trailer,
Of
and
course.
besides, instead of trying to like put like a couple of nudie hiders on the big spot, I'm like, this is way too hard. So I just put a big fucking like nudie hider this big on the screen, so like you can't see shit. But that's what's going on behind there, ladies and
But
gentlemen.
honestly, even if you didn't have that on there, I don't think you could actually see anything. I mean, there is some like chesticles happening.
Don't ever call them that again, bro. That's the worst thing. I hate that you just said that about Bridget Lehai.
Hi. You know what's funny?
Mm.
And please don't take offense to this, but when you talk about your significant other,
Yes.
that's who I picture is living in your house.
Oh man. Yes. Why would I take offense to that? Man, if if Bridget wasn't a grandma these days, I might have shot my shot, He's she was in this movie. Well, no, wait. This was 79, so yeah, I was alive, but like
Uh,
I feel like I'm
anyway,
yeah.
so then they get out of the room and they're like being all like kind of crazy with him. They're like, look, dude, like, blah, blah, blah. We have knives and you have a gun, but your gun's over here. And there's no possible way that you can get away. And then he's like, blah, 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 and then he has the gun again. And they're like, shit, that did not. But because of this awesome gamesmanship,
Yes.
the blonde girl, she's like, I'm gonna fuck this dude. But the brunette is like, I love you, blonde girl, but now I also love Frankenstein blonde guy.
Dude,
This is
it's
like,
like this is the part. Maybe this is every Jean Rollin movie because we had the chase scene in the last movie, right?
yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
this one's the scene. It sets up. We get him coming to the chateau, right?
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
we
yeah.
have some middle part that nothing really happens. Things go back and forth, and the plot doesn't really matter, right? And
No.
then in the end of the movie, oh, okay, they're like, we do know that they're trying to keep the dude around till tonight, but we don't know what the
Yeah.
shit's going on for an hour. Like they're just going back and forth doing silly stuff.
Yeah, because the plot device in this movie is like I think it's called the time bomb,
Okay.
which is a really good plot structure where there is a time set at midnight. Some chicks are going to show up and some shit's going to go down.
Right.
And he's like, oh, okay. So we just have to make it to midnight so I could find out what this secret thing is that no one's telling me about. But
Right.
at the same time, there's people outside who are going to try to kill him and steal his 11 gold shillings.
Right.
Okay. His 11 gold shekels. Okay.
Yes.
And so like there are a couple like well thought out plot devices in this film.
Sure.
But now we have to come up with filler to like make this exciting. So what this movie basically does now is he wants to fuck these people, but he also is a scoundrel and he just wants to take his gold and play with his coins and get out of there.
Right.
But it's like, who is in control of the little tiny pistol with infinite bullets?
Right. Right.
So he's going to go bang the blonde chick. And when he does, the brunette comes in and takes his gun.
Yep.
And then she, for whatever reason, is going to blow her head off and then decides not to.
Right.
Because
like jealousy. There's some sexy times jealousy. There's this, that's what I'm saying. I feel like they were just throwing shit at the wall. They're like, bro, we need to do something here. Let's pretend that I'm so sad that I'm going to try to shoot myself off. Whoa,
Yeah.
shoot my head off, whatever. But myself off. Like, what am I skiing with one pole? What's happening here? But yeah, but so it just seems like it just was stagnant and this shit was going on for a while.
But then it also escalates really quickly because then when he comes out and he's like, I heard a gunshot, and she's like, yeah, I love you. And he's like, oh, okay, that's solid. Like,
Right.
I kind of love you too. And while they're talking about how much they might love each other, the blonde chick's like, oh, there's people outside that are going to kill you.
Right.
I'm just going to give them your coin.
Good
And
thinking.
so she takes the coins and he's like, what is she doing? This stupid woman, blah, 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 blah. And Elizabeth's like, oh, she'll be fine. Like, it's okay. Don't worry about it. And so she walks out there and the scoundrels are like, oh, come with us. And she's like, okay, yeah, whatever. So they go into the stable.
Yes.
And the guy's like, yeah, this is my wife. Take off your clothes. She's going to put your clothes on and they won't notice.
Foolproof.
Fucking so stupid because like the hair's so different,
Yeah.
but like I'm not saying anything bad about the people, these two blonde women, but one of the blonde women are very beautiful and the other blonde woman is not that cute,
But has hot tits.
but has an amazing rack.
Yes.
And I'm not allowed to call them the things I called them before. So we're gonna
No,
say,
you I was like, what was, oh yeah, no.
I hate saying breasts.
Well, don't say them. Say it. Tits. Others. Don't say it like that. Jeez. You're fucking me up,
So
man.
anyway, so what happens now is she takes her clothes off, gives them to the girl, and then the guy with the cool scarf. Actually, everyone in his gang had cool scarves, so never mind.
It's hard to
But
choose.
he takes her into one of the stables
Yes.
and yeah, and he's going to defile her with his thing. And so they start doing something, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm going to get on top now because I'm down with this. Let's go." But I'm going to stab you in the chest.
Right. That's a part. That is a part that you may or may not want to take. Like, look very closely in the trailer. I'm not trying to give you any hints of where the. Yes. Okay. Go back.
So she kills him, and then she gets a scythe, and then kills two other dudes.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the right number. I thought there was one more dude, but I guess there was only three. And then she like starts walking across the field, and this is where the iconic shot comes from.
Right. The bridge.
And the blonde girl who's now in the blonde girl's clothes, her whole plan was, I'm gonna walk over to the castle and pace out in front. This will fool them.
Yes.
And that's all she did. She was just like, I'm gonna walk back and forth. And so then she's like, I have this little knife. Girl's got big old Grim Reaper stick. Like, how's this gonna go? And then she kills that girl.
Right.
And
You know what's funny is
I
I
guess
remember.
the
Oh,
pain
sorry.
is fine.
So I was gonna say I
No, go
seem to
ahead.
remember that that scene having more like emphasis or like a higher like like I don't know effect on the storyline itself. No, it's just like one part where she's walking
Like an
across.
important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Well, the actual shot that is like on the poster and everything like that,
is it in the
that's not
movie?
in the movie.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. So anyway, so she goes back in and everything's fine and everyone's normal. And now we're just waiting for midnight.
Mm.
And then as it's getting closer to midnight, like Boss Bitch shows up.
Yeah, the bougie.
Yeah. And Mark doesn't really like her because she's a little too like um second wave feminist for him.
Yes. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah.
You need to like calm down, like, and
Mm.
be a little more submissive. And she's like, no. And so other things happen, and we'll talk about it in a minute. But then all the other chicks show up, and then they have this big party, and they're like doing fun stuff and blindfolding them, and he has to squeeze boobs to find out who's who, and he's
Oh
wobbling.
no.
Yeah. And then he wins some thing. I don't really understand how this works, but the main chick, the boss bitch, is now his slave for the next like 7.5 minutes.
If
And
yeah.
he could do anything he wants with her. And so he makes her take her top off and get on her knees. And he
Uh-huh.
pretends he's gonna burn her with a cigarette, but he doesn't because
He
he's
just
smart.
wants to kind of humiliate, put her in her place.
Yeah. And whatever. Like I really I
I was hoping more. I had more. I was like, oh man, this needs to hit.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I feel like a lot of this movie was just filler. It was like, we have
Yes.
this plot, we have this thing. Now we just need to fill this movie
Creep.
up.
Creep. Dare I say that there was a lot of filler in both of these? Dare I say that?
Oh, yeah, no, this,
Okay.
like, there's a lot of filler.
And I'm not going back on saying I loved that movie. And spoiler, I love this movie too.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is that you could like as far if you want just the story, you could cut out like the middle 45 minutes and everything
Oh,
would be
yeah.
fine. Yes. So not that
Or
I want to. There's a lot of tits.
any scene in this movie you could cut 5 minutes out of,
Yes. He's
you
not in a
know?
hurry, like I said.
Yeah, not in a hurry. So anyway, so whatever, like, midnight happens, shit's gonna go down, but Elizabeth loves Mark and like she has the gun, they leave and she shoots Blondie.
Yeah.
In this movie, vampires could be killed when they're in a blood cult because they're
Right.
not necessarily vampires, they're
Right.
just a part of an ancient blood cult
A
that
blood. Yes. Yes.
they could live forever or whatever
Hmm.
on what I don't fucking know. They don't get into it, it doesn't matter. She shoots her a couple times and then she like stumbles back and the rest of the vampire girls start eating her blood and
Right.
drinking it up. And then Mark's like, okay, cool. Like, I'm with this chick who's actually kind of crazy and she's like a little unhinged and shoots her friends, and that's cool, whatever. And he's like, will you tell me what's going on? And then she explains the ox blood and all this shit to him.
Right.
Oh, you're nuts, bitch. And then she's like, I don't really love you. I just love the taste of you. Maybe. I don't know. So then she shoots him. And
Yes.
the boss bitch is like, yeah, she'll be back. She's too much like you guys, blah, blah, blah. And then she comes back and she lies and she's like, yeah, Mark shot Blondie, bitch, and I had to kill him. So everything's fine now. There might be 11 gold coins somewhere. I don't know, but let's get back to our party and make out. And then
Yes.
that's the end of the movie.
So what ended up remind me what ended up happening to Mark like ultimately at the
He got
very end.
shot, and
Right.
like, she didn't even drink his blood.
Right. So okay, so here's the thing. So when I was talking earlier about hey, this is a feminist movie, right? Here's what it told me. So yes, I mean the women. He thought he was in control, but the women were in control. And then yeah, he tried to put down the bougie lady, the lead one, but ended up kind of just saying, "Hey, I just want to fuck with you," and doing all this stuff. Right? Here's what
Uh-huh.
it tells me though. Okay, cool, good for you. You're so strong, women. But man, it takes 14 of you to take out one dude. So good. That's not a very good feminist message, young ladies.
Did it? I thought it just took the one.
Right, but I mean, the thing is he was distracted by titties here, all this stuff like that. So
But none of
basically,
it was distracted by titties.
it's
I
14 on
think
one, and the
I
way
think
you win
what
is boobs.
I think the what this movie says is that a woman took a phallic object to act like a man to kill another man to be a woman.
Huh.
It's a story as old as time.
Also, do you know what's so funny is like I'll watch movies right with like a strong like feminine lead or something like that, like Daughters of Darkness, for instance. I can't shoot. What's her name? I can't remember her name. Maybe it's
Satanic Sisters.
Oh no, well I haven't watched that
I'm
yet.
fucking with you.
I haven't watched that one yet, but I'm about to. But no, I mean there's very feminine. Like, hey, listen. So in that movie, it's like this husband newlyweds show up to a thing, and this beautiful bougie woman is gonna take the wife away from the man. This is a feminist thing, right? But I'm just like, shit, that chick's hot. Okay, cool. It's just like I don't know. I don't see it through a lens. I just see it through a lens that this person is amazing and strong and hot, whatever. And it never shocks me. Then again, I was never alive like in the 70s, but it just seems normal to me that like the strongest, the most, the strongest, not just like physically, but brains and all this stuff. That's the person who's going to win out, right? And it's
Yeah.
like when it's a woman, it's a feminist thing. But I'm just like, dude, sure, maybe, but it's not weird for me to see strong women in daily life. Why would I fuck around and like, totally get into the feminist thing? Anyway, that's just my opinion. I don't, it's weird. I like it. I like this movie. I like, by the way, I like Daughters of Darkness too. That's another one that maybe we should do one day, but it's too close to these to do it anytime soon.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, man. Um, would you be interested in watching more of his movies? I mean, is this
Oh
after
yeah.
watching these two? I mean, so how would you say, like, in a scale of 1 to 10, what a big like Rollin fan you are?
Um, I would have to like put it into like this type of movie. And when I say this type of movie, I just mean kind of like a sleazy movie. Like
Right.
he's like top five.
Yeah.
Like is like far as like I would go out of my way to watch these movies. Like, do I think they're like classics? Absolutely not. But like I have different pillars of things that I look at.
Well, and it's like, I mean, there are certain kind of movies like that. I mean, if you're talking about levels, you've got your like your artistic movies, your what the kids these days call the elevated horror stuff like that, right? But it's like those are great. I love those, but um, shit, I love some sleazy stuff too. And
Totally.
and when I'm in the sleazy mood, it's like Franco, Rollin, some other some of the other like especially Italian and even like Paul Nashy stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's like for some reason these like I said, I bought a bunch of these from for Kino. Haven't had a chance to watch them all yet, but it's like this kind of movie just calls out to me, and maybe it's because of the nudity. Maybe it is. But the thing is like you can get nudity in any kind of movie. What is it about these movies that stand out over the ones with plentiful nudity?
Do you want me to like Freudian you right now?
I don't know, man. Freaking
When
out.
we were young,
Yes.
okay, and the female form was like exciting and new to us and something taboo and something we couldn't just see.
All right.
Whenever we did see it, it was shapely, bushed people.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so now, like when we like look at this stuff,
Hmm.
it gives us like a nostalgic,
There is no doubt about that.
so that's why, because like I love Giallo for
Yeah.
that exact same reason,
Right.
like
But when you talk about Giallo or Jess Franco, you're also talking about look at this outfit. Look at the aqua
That's what
blue.
I'm saying. Like it's all nostalgic.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
like the interior design, the fashion, the hair. Oh my God, the fucking hair, dude. Oh,
Let's don't talk
like
about that, brother.
on the head and down south, dude.
Yes.
All about. But no, it's just that's why we like the stuff we like.
Do you think that a, let's say like a under 30 kid would watch this and be in like, I mean, just your regular under 30 kid? Do you
I
think
don't
that,
think so because they've had the hub on their phone ever since they've had a phone.
that's a good point, actually, because yeah, I'm back in the day, we were lucky to find like a washed out Playboy in a field,
In a
and
field, in a ditch,
yes.
next to train tracks,
How did
or
everybody find those when we were that age, by the
yeah,
way?
or
Was there
like
some dude that would just like Easter egg hunting?
no, I think it was one of those things where it was like someone would get something and like go somewhere private
Right.
in public, get away
Yeah.
from their house,
Uh-huh.
take care of themselves, and then either felt guilt or didn't want the evidence and left
Dude, that makes it so much worse. I never thought about that part. I never thought about the skiing part,
it.
quite frankly. I just thought there was a like an Easter bunny, but it was like a Playboy hustler bunny, just dropping bombs out there. It's like I don't know, man.
Or you found that weird stash at your friend's house that his dad had,
Yeah.
or like the creepy uncle that lived in the attic had this like weird, and you're like,
And the thing is that's right. That's true.
and then
Because
the
like,
ones that you find like that are like 10 years old anyway, so they're like
yes.
even more hairy.
The thing is too is it's like, I mean, yeah, you're right. It's like there is so much available pornography. And like I'm not even interested in it, right? Because it's just so weird. It's like it's just so like not. And if this is the real stuff, that's like plastic and that's fake. That's stupid. No, it's crazy, but it's like I don't know. But the thing is like, do I recommend this to a kid? Not like a little kid. Like, come on, Jesus,
I
bro.
would be I would be interested to see like what a youngin, not a youngin, but like someone in their 20s or 30s would think about something like this.
Mm-hmm. It's like I just showed you off camera. It's like Delirium magazine and Delirium Home Videos putting out movies. Oop, like this, and like just for say they're sorry, that was had a you had 2 seconds of cartoon boobies on that one. Sorry, but it's just like why would they even be interested in that? Because it's a movie. It's strange. It's not like it's from the '70s, quite
No,
frankly.
but the reason that companies buy the rights to those movies to do the cool packaging for those movies is because people our age have disposable income
It's true.
allegedly because we have jobs.
That's right,
You
and I
know,
think that's true.
yeah. So
I bought every single one of these Delirium or Delirium home video. Like I like the second it comes out. Like I think this is the fourth, and the second the new one comes out, I'm gonna pre-order it and all that stuff. It's just because like this stuff is just such a I don't know. To me, it's wild. And you're right. It's all that stupid old man nostalgia stuff like that. But it's like I don't know. I don't know. It's something special about it, and I think Jean Rollin is special too.
every once in a while, like especially with Chow Chow, I'll run into somebody who's like 19 or 20,
Hmm.
who's like a big fan of and they just got into it. And so like it's something like cool and retro for them to get into.
Okay. Yeah.
You but like I don't think they have the same like
Perspective.
I mean obviously they don't have the nostalgia for it,
Right.
but like you know what
Hmm.
so
I don't know. Anyway,
that's that's
well, I love it. I love these. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna maybe like I dug into demoniacs. I dug into she was the Shiver of the Vampires, and like I said, I have those. I think they're just. I bought them a while ago, so I think they're just regular Blu-rays, not 4Ks or anything like that. But no, so I did that, and I'm enjoying the shit out of it. Anyway, I guess that's all we got for this. You got any other wisdom for the kiddos out there? And there's no kiddos. There's just old people who love Jean Rollin, and they're like,
yeah. I don't even know what to say to you guys. You guys probably already know all of it.
they like hanging out with Mario, and that's why they're here.
Yeah. If you guys need your pipes unclogged, let me know.
Or clogged. Either way.
Yeah.
I don't know what
I'll throw some fireballs up your hole if you need to.
All right, so I'm taking that as we're good to go. So go ahead and visit corpsecollective.com. Go to, remember we talked about youtube.com at Matt Wall, youtube.corpsecollective.com. Check all that stuff out. And so I guess for this episode we are done. So we'll catch you guys later. If you guys are listening, he gave you a salute. So yes. We'll talk to you later.